Hey guys, Matt back with another Battlefield 5 video. I'll be talking today about Battlefield 5's Firestorm, the Battle Royale that they have added. Gotta admit, I wasn't too stoked when they added this, or were even talking about this, because I'm not a huge fan of Battle Royale. I don't like the aspect of dropping in, searching, running around for 15 minutes, and then you get sniped, or usually not sniped, but just killed by walking into a room with a guy with a shotgun. It's like, that doesn't seem appealing to me. But I tried it out, and I like it way more than I thought I would. So right now, the Firestorm only holds 64 players, and you can only do solo and squad modes. A big deal. I usually play solo anyways, unless I have friends. All around, it's pretty interesting and pretty fun. I'm going to be comparing this to Apex, because I have been playing Apex a lot more. And I will agree that it is a pretty decent Battle Royale game, especially actually only when you play with friends. I can't play that game by myself. I just can't do it. So today I'll be talking about Firestorm and why I like it, and also some of the things you need to be wary about playing the game. There's some kinks and bugs that I don't like, and I would like to address. One of the facts is that they've been having these trials and chapters. They had Overture, which was Chapter 1. They had Lightning Strike, which was Chapter 2, and now they have Trial by Fire, which is Chapter 3. And it focuses, the very first one focuses on Firestorm. Now, if you don't know what those are weekly based things that unlock things. So every week you get some challenges you have to go through to unlock things, such as new weapons, skins, face masks, all that stuff. This week, you get the Inferno face mask, which most of my people are masked, so you can't really see it. But so this is the lobby you guys get into in the very start of the game. Nothing too big. Of course, there's weapons scattered throughout this. You pick up like the Car 98 right here. Pretty decent. But that right there, that's one thing I would like to really point out. And that is the constant reload. Every time you pick up a gun, you have to go to it and reload it. Every gun that you find on the ground is not loaded. So when you pick up a gun, it's not going to just switch that gun and reload it. You want to make sure that you manually switch that gun and reload it. Otherwise, you'll be stuck in a shitty situation like I was, where I was trying to kill someone. I didn't ever reload that gun, so when I switched my other gun, I had to reload first, and it killed me. This is the map that we work with. Huge map. The circle usually only takes up a small area. Sometimes it only takes up this area, sometimes over here. So there's no real iconic places right now, like there is in Fortnite with Tilted Towers and all that. Like hell, I've played Fortnite a total of an hour, and I still know key places like that because of my brother. Like I've said before, I'm not a huge fan of Battle Royale, mainly because I feel that everyone's doing it. Brother's saying that everyone's copying Fortnite. Fortnite wasn't the first one to come out with it. Oh, I'm kind of dropping in a hot spot. I'm going to try to avoid that. I get lucky sometimes, but that's just too many people. First aspect I would like to point out is how beautiful the landscape looks. For such a huge map, it's by far the most beautiful maps I've seen. There it is, right there. You have to reload. I got an armor plate. The armor plates work like that. slap on. It takes a little bit of time, but nothing horrible. It's not like regular armor in like any of the other games. All it does is add health. You start at a base of 150, and each armor plate is 50 more health. You hold up to 3 weapons, 2 mains, and 1 sidearm. Now, if you see, it actually shows that I have no. It shows that I have no ammo in the other ones. It's because I haven't switched to them yet. See? Now I have to reload it. Come on, there we go. Double tap Y for Xbox, and that takes you to your sidearm. A Lee Enfield, that's decent. I really don't want it right now. Ooh, I'll take that. Now, I got a rare for the MP40. Now, the way rares work in here, rare weapons, is that all they do is they give you usually a different sight, and they give you an attachment or perks to it, such as it could be extended mag, or better recoil reduction, stuff like that. I would like to hopefully kill people. Hopefully I like to kill people to show you that one of the things that I prefer over Apex, or Apex over Battlefield 5, is the... Ooh. Someone's inside. Got. Sorry about that. It was a really intense situation. So as you can see, this is the actual point I wanted to make. One of the problems is when their items drop, it drops like this, just cluttered on top of each other. It's always cluttered on top of each other, and it's hard to loot like that. Oh, purple SCG, perfect. So you can actually have up to 3 armor plates on at once. In order to do that, you have to find a medium backpack, or a medium armor plate, and then I think you can find a large armor plate chest. And that will give you the ability to equip more on you. Only 9 bullets. I need to find assault ammo. They must have had some. On the screen right now, you'll see 3 points. When you go take those points, they give you like rations and supplies that you can use, which obviously is very useful. How am I full? That baffles me. I must have too much of something. That's interesting. Okay, the flaming circle of death is coming towards me, so I need to get out of here. Backpacks work weird in here. They do increase your inventory space, but anything past a small backpack, if I remember correctly, you have to go to your inventory, and if you want to get something in your backpack, such as this, you have to click it and then swap it with an item. So let's say I want to change Panzerfaust, I'd have to grab frag grenade and change it in order to use it. That's something I'm not a huge fan of. I prefer everything to be easy to grab, easy to use. But as long as you're in a safe spot, it shouldn't be too big of a deal. I'm not a fan of the scope, but we'll roll with it anyway. There's your flaming circle of death. It's by far the scariest of all the circles of deaths and all the battle royales. I'm a huge fan of this for... Ooh, there's a guy right there. I'm a fan of this because I like the bare bones aspect. I really do. I like the... You got guns, you get armor, you get health. That's it. He went this way. Don't know where. There, he's probably, is that him right there? Yeah. One thing I have to learn, and it's hard for me to do, is to hold back and don't engage unless you need to. I'm not really good at that. I'm usually a gun-ho fighter. So I'm just going to let him leave. If I don't have to fight anyone, waste ammo, and give away my position, I will avoid that. Yeah, he's way up there. I don't need to really spot him, but oh well. One thing I'd like to point out on here, that would be weapons in this game. Now the weapons so far is all base game weapons, whatever. It's all the base game weapons. So none of the unlockables that we've seen so far, like the Virgo isn't on here, and the Rose Mach 3 is on here, which isn't a big deal. I'm not a huge fan of the DLC weapons, to be honest. But they don't have some of my favorites, like the M1907, the Gewehr, and the Crack Jorgensen I haven't seen in the game yet. It honestly could be, I just haven't found him yet, but it just bugs me a little bit. I haven't heard anything yet. Ooh, there's people right there. I haven't heard anything yet, but there's sometimes a bell. Actually, I'll just mention it when it comes. It'll be easier then. Okay. Now, just like always, you shouldn't be running everywhere. I really shouldn't be running everywhere, but like I said, it's a little hard for me. I'm a huge person that just go. So, like, my first win was only because I held back. I was like, alright, man, you need to calm down. Just give it a second. So, that circle's coming pretty close. Where's people over here? I gotta be careful. Okay, I'm now in the circle. So we're good to go. 16 alive. Oh, this guy died. Well, I'll take it. I mean, I've been using this recently. No, actually, I don't want the only 20. That will kill me. Like that gun right there, I've been using a lot more in multiplayer, mainly because... Fuck! Oh yeah, the Tommy gun, I had no chance. And he had level 2 armor. I've been using that gun a lot more because that is one of the most common guns you get in this game, and it's so you want to get practice with it constantly. Whenever you quit the game, you come to this screen, which now tells you your Tide of War score and all that, trial by fire. Of course, any weapons you've used, and your status and all that, and your scoreboard. But the main thing is, when you go to like summary, you only got 1,572 experience, and you can get that very easy in playing any other game mode. So don't play this unless you're doing, don't do this if you're trying to get experience. This is the firestorm, the trial by fire I was talking about with the system. I don't want to cover on this too much because I'm trying to stay on Battle Royale, but as you can see, a lot of it's based around Firestorm, where it's opening a strong box and getting all that, and you end up getting the Inferno face paint you can use for your character, cosmetic. When you quit, it takes you all the way back to the main screen where you went to Firestorm. So that would be in the main menu. And then you have to click again whether you want to be on solo and squad. Not a huge big deal. It's pretty simple. I feel like I have more of a chance in here think one of my problems was I was always venturing out of my comfort zone to go play a Battle Royale because my buddies always dragged me along, and I always got my ass kicked. This, I'm more in depth with this. I have way more experience in Battlefield 5 than most people in Battle Royales that are just coming in, so I have more of a chance, in my opinion. So it doesn't feel like a waste whenever I die in the last 16 or whatever. When I die as the last person to die, that annoys me. Second place, of course, that annoys everybody, but that 15 minutes that went by didn't feel too bad. I can still play another one and be like, alright, that's cool, maybe this will be better. You never know. Another aspect I would like to talk about is damage for weapons is the same. But since your health is increased, you gotta realize that and account for that. So, for example, I recommend to not pick up a shotgun in the beginning of the game. Stick with maybe sniper rifle in the very, very beginning, maybe sniper rifle, and automatic weapons. Stick with those as long as you can. Once you start getting close, the circle starts closing in, then you can grab a shotgun. Other than that, I wouldn't grab one just because it's not a one-shot kill. You don't just shoot that guy and he's gonna die, because with that 50 health and then he could have armor. Now you have to shoot him 2 times, and that's bad days. So, one thing I'd like to point out here, since I have plenty of time because it's connecting with players, this is our lobby we get to mess around with and all that, but around this lobby we have these little tin cans. It was pointed out by another YouTuber that I watched on here, but if you go around you'll find them in just weird spots. No one has figured out what it's for yet, but they're just so random that they have to be for something. So I'm hoping that our good old buddies at the Easter egg hunters will find out what it is. Might unlock a new area. We don't know, but it's definitely a cool place to hang around in. The mechanics are the same Battlefield 5. So you have your crouch run, you have the regular run, you have slides, hold melee to get your melee weapon out. Just all the same general stuff. You're not in the lobby with everyone. That's one thing that needs to be really placed out there, is that you're not in the lobby with everyone. There's like maybe 15 people in here. Pre-round? What's pre-round? I haven't seen that yet. So, just keep that in mind. I mean, it's not a big deal. I just noticed that the scope on this is the Urban Blue scope. That's, well, I shouldn't get into that. It's getting way into depth of the game. I didn't hear in the last game. I was going to only point it out if I actually heard it. But sometimes you'll hear an alarm go off. Not that alarm, another alarm. And that's a stronghold being open. There's 2 doors on the stronghold, and you have to open it with the crank. Now that crank takes forever to open up. But many say it's worth it. Because if you get it open, there's usually a vehicle in there, like a tank. So that you can get inside there and you can go destroy with a tank. There's a huge array of vehicles in here, like the half track, and actually a vintage car. I don't know what year or so or what maker, but it's a vintage car. They have a tractor you can drive. They have tanks, a Tiger, a Panzer. They have all kinds of vehicles you can choose from. I want to find one to show you guys, but I'm not 100% where they're at. Like, I couldn't really point one out to you guys. They're kind of just scattered across the map. I doubt their position changes, but I haven't nailed it down yet. Oh, someone landed there, someone landed there. This may end up being a short fight. Especially since I'm taking forever to come down. Alright, let's see. Well, I got armor. That's not awesome, but at least that noise. Shit. So, oh, it sounds like someone stopped it. And that noise is them turning that crank. It makes a super loud noise to let anyone know that, hey, someone's opening it. And so if you manage to get inside, it's a huge risk. If you manage to get inside, it's big rewards. Which I believe it includes like one epic or rare. And, of course, a vehicle that you can work with. I don't know what vehicles could be in there yet. But, we'll have to see. I'm sure people will figure exactly out. As you can see on the screen, you can get a helicopter. The helicopters are kind of squirrely. And they're at a height lock. Yeah, height lock to the ground, so they can't fly too high. Which is kind of... It levels it out. That way you can... It's a balancing technique, so you can shoot them down and all that stuff. But yeah, the only thing I have bad to say about it is the reloading on every time you pick up a gun. Dropping all the items and it getting cluttered. Now, that's bad, but it's kind of good because you can, once you play it enough, you can spot it out. So you can see, oh, I see a purple, he has a purple armor vest. Ooh, I'll go pick that up. Instead of looking at the Apex chest where you see it's purple, but you don't know what it is. And when you click on it, it's just a heavy mag that you don't even have. It's a level 3 heavy mag, and you have all light ammo. It's like, that doesn't help me. And now I put myself at risk by going and check the box. If you're into bare bones, basic battle royale, this is the game for you. Basic fighting styles. There's, unlike Apex, there is fall damage, so be careful. You drop in once, and that's it. There's no additional jumping around, all that like Fortnite. And you can like bounce all the way across, and Apex with its little ground launchers and zip lines and all that. It's just basic map. You jump, you drop in, you pick up a gun, some needles, some armor, you run out there and you go hell's bells. So